Hey, so I guess we doing this. I guess we are back to Mondays with Mo. For real? I'm not about to say we gonna be doing this every Monday, but we back. I'm back on some Mondays. You'll always know when I'm gonna be live. Welcome to the replay. If you are catching this on replay, let me know by dropping a hey or an emoji or something in the comments. I want to have a conversation about sinners, but it's really about us. Yeah, let's do that. So, if this is your first time meeting me, my name is Mo James, and I am the founder and confidence coach here at Confidence Coaching for Her. We are a coaching lifestyle brand designed to help women like you discover yourself in new ways, learn how to trust yourself, and express yourself authentically in your life. And Mondays with Mo is just exactly what it sounds like. It's a Monday. I'm here, you here, we talking. Pretend this is we at the kitchen table or we sitting by the pool. We might be eating a little something. We might be, sipping a little something. We doing all the things. Hey Q. So yeah, we just gonna have a conversation. I want to talk about sinners. First of all, let's get into it. Okay, so Sinners, if you don't know, if you haven't been paying attention, Sinners is a movie, Ryan Coogler's latest movie. It stars Michael B. Jordan as twins, Smoke and Stack. It is set in the Mississippi Delta in the 1930s. It is vampire. It is period. It. I don't want to call it one thing. I like horror, so the fact that it was vampires was not going to deter me from going. But if you are not a horror person, then you could still see it. It's not Freddy. Y'all remember Freddy? It's not that. It's not that kind of stuff. But it's good. It's so good and so layered and so many things, like just peeling it back and discovering more. I was kind of pissed that I wasn't able to go the weekend that it came out. I actually went during the week last week by myself. I had planned to go at a certain time based on meetings that I had lined up for that day. My meetings got done early, and there was a showing at the theater that was closest to me 30 minutes later. I grabbed my purse, I shut his computer down, and I was out. And I went and I watched it. I enjoyed it. I was yelling at the screen. I was screaming. I dropped my phone. It was a lot going on. It's so good. So good. So this conversation is inspired by the a scene in the movie. In the movie, there is a group of people who are in a barn, uh, and they are surrounded by a threatening force. The force kind of came on unexpectedly. They were just doing their thing, having a good time, getting down, eating some fish, drinking, laughing, dancing, doing all the stuff. And the force, the evil showed up, the threat showed up. And at one point, there is a small group of people that is in a space that is surrounded by threats. And this scene in particular made me think about you or us, because we will go through life just minding our own business, figuring our own stuff out, learning about these boundaries and journaling and taking care of ourselves and going to the doctor and having conversations with friends and maybe going to therapy and doing all of these things and exercising and all of these things we are doing as we are on this journey of just becoming more of ourselves, just peeling back the BS and the noise and the mess and the obligations and the assignments from life and the world and our families and all of this stuff. And we start trying to figure out who we are for us. Like, I'm trying to know me for me, and that's it. And we'll be out here minding our own business, and BS will come And sometimes it doesn't knock. Sometimes it's so disrespectful, it doesn't knock, it just kicks your door in. And you find yourself, we find ourselves confronted with something that, one, we didn't expect, we didn't plan for. We can't imagine that we are having to deal with this. And, but yet we do. We do have to deal with it. We have to figure out what the right response is when there is pressure, when there are threats, when there is evil, there are opposing forces, however you want to describe it. The antithesis of what you're doing, of what you're trying to create, shows up in your face, and you have to figure out what the appropriate appropriate, aligned, best, ideal response is for you. um and I feel like this showed up in the movie, and it was so like palpable for me. I was like, oh, okay, clearly two approaches here. It's a choice, or there's a tension between instinct, which is kind of fast and frenetic, and wisdom, which is slower and and softer almost. We will encounter situations like this. We will life can, I guarantee you, life will present us with situations like this where we will have to make a choice between reacting instinctually and responding from a place of wisdom. And that's what some of the characters in this movie had to do. The threat is literally like, just, hey, hey, right there, just poking you, just aggravating, nagging. I talk about It made me think about how I have shared the very, like, one of the first confident decisions I made in my life was deciding to enlist in the military when I was 19 years old. I that wasn't the plan. That was not my plan. It was a decision that I made, I felt like, out of desperation and frustration, or what I call itchy aggravation. Like, my entire life was pissing me off. Everything was pissing me off. And there was a lot of pressure that came with that. Every day was just, God, like, I was pissed off every day. Everything was annoying and aggravating. And I was agitated. And that's kind of what I imagine, to a little degree, the characters in the movie felt like. And choices had to be made. You have to decide whether you want to immediately fight back, push back, clap back, or you need to wait and let the wisdom come, and let the clarity come, and then build or create or develop a step-by-step plan. Because when it's instinct, you're in the moment. You just putting one foot in front of the other. And when it's reflecting, you're thinking it all the way through, and then you're following a plan. And in the movie, the characters, there was a character who almost from jump just wanted to just run it. Like, let's just go in. Let's just go in. I don't want to keep sitting back here feeling like I'm being taunted, and I don't want to be on defense. And for some of us, like, we get like that. I don't want to be on defense. I, me, don't like to be on defense. I'm going to shift this energy and put the opposing force. You're going to be the one backing up, not me. That was one character. And then there was another character that's like, oh, wait, let's see, let's figure this out. And I bring it up because the truth of the matter is, when it's you in that situation, when it's you hearing the noise and the chatter and the pressure and the opinions and all the stuff, only you can know what is the appropriate path to take. Only you can know if you will rush or you will reflect. And I'm here to tell you that you will have to learn how to trust yourself regardless of the choice that you make. Let go of the pressure to make a choice, good or bad. Make a choice that is aligned for you in that moment, and trust yourself after that, and through the next choice, and through the next choice, and through the next choice. Because in the movie, the character, person that wanted to rush it, ultimately made the choice for everybody else. And that's what we don't want. You don't want somebody else to step into your situation and dictate how you respond. And then you are then you stay on you stay on defense. You are now responding or reacting to somebody else's decision. You will have to decide for yourself if you clap back, snap back, get back, or if you wait, observe, prepare, and then from that place you move, you make a move. You do the internal stuff first and then do the external stuff. I feel like right now that scene in the movie could be it could be a representative of just where things are right now. Like, it's what's around us right now. If we're all trapped, we trapped. What is around us? What are the threats? There is chaos. There is uncertainty. There is pressure to there is fear. There is so many things. There is the tension between, do I protect myself or express myself? Recognizing that there's going to be an equal and opposite reaction to either choice. So you have to get to a place where you can say, I'm going to have my back regardless of what happens, regardless of the response to my choice. I got me, and that has to be enough. That has to be enough. So if you've seen the movie, I'm probably gonna go see it again. I don't know yet. It was so good. I have been I spent probably a day and a half after I saw it just thinking about it, just replaying stuff in my mind, and journaling about it and writing about it, and just kind of forming my own thoughts, asking myself questions. What was that about? What was this? What was that? That was interesting. What could that have mean? What could that have meant? What does that mean for me now? The fact that it resonated with me, what is it for me? What does it mean for me? What does it mean for you? Having this conversation that we're having right now came from just me taking that time to sit, just me taking that time to reflect. So I want you to give yourself the permission when the when the opposition rises up, when the confrontation happens, when the intersection of your old life and the previous version of you and the life that you are building with the new version of you collide. You will have a choice. You will have a choice, and the choice, and only you can decide if you will rush or you will reflect. So, I want to ask you this. I want to leave you with this. Ask yourself, what what are you being called? What areas of your life Are you being called to rush versus reflect? Do you recognize which one is tugging at you more? Which one do you tend to do without thinking? Are you a rusher because you, like me, don't like to feel like you are playing defense? Or are you do you tend to reflect because somewhere in there you're afraid, or you're wrestling with doubt, and you don't want to make the wrong decision? I am here to tell you there is no wrong decision. You gonna win or you gonna learn. And in my opinion, both of those are wins. Both of those are gains. The key, as a confident woman, as a woman who is learning how to move through all of this, is for you to decide it doesn't matter what happened. I got me. I have my back. I'm not going to abandon myself. I'm not going to quit on myself. I'm not going to beat myself up, regardless of what happens. That is the key. That's what matters. That's what confident women do. So, even if you're listening to me right now and you are thinking about previous situations and you were like, well, I should have done X, I should have done Y. First of all, I mean, you can't go back in time and change the past. What you can do from this point on is commit to having your back the next time, understanding that you will have a choice, deciding that you're not going to let somebody else make that choice for you. You will choose for yourself and own your choice. That's where your freedom is. That's where your courage and your self-trust grows. That's where your confidence blooms. Even when the walls are closing and you got a choice. The whole point is whether you fight, whether you wait, whether you rush it, whether you reflect. The point is you are leading yourself with intention. You are giving it thought. You are considering yourself and then acting. And that's all I wanted to share. So, if you haven't seen the movie, I encourage you to see it if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's so layered. It's one of those movies that people will be talking about. I really do think there have been so many conversations about it so far because it is so layered, because there are so many takeaways. Um, yeah, it was deep. It was funny. It was all of the things that you expect. It was entertainment. It was also introspective and thought provoking, and two Michael B. Jordans. I mean, two of them with gold fronts. I mean, and you saw his nipples. Oh, so good. All right, I'm gone. I appreciate you. If you have questions, comments, anything, drop them in the comments. Let me know. Let's keep the conversation going. Um, yeah, Mondays with Mo. We back. Catch y'all later. Bye.